down, guys. What a pain in the ass that is. Fucking internet, man. Talk, absolutely dog poo. Pure dog poo. Okay. Okay, guys, I do apologise. My internet's absolutely shit. We've got bad weather as well. Yeah. Do apologise. Okay, so now if we get an hour close above here, we've got potential buys up. That's taken that the 4 needs to come back up. Now the 4 is bearish though. This is the thing, the 4 is bearish. So it's whether the 4. See, the 4 hasn't broke out, so the 4's filled the range. So we're basically going off something like this. But if you look at these candles, you actually didn't break out and you still came through to fill the range. This one, top way, come through. So we do have to be careful because we are bearish on the 4. So whether this 4 is going to flip back to the downside. Which I don't know if we're going to. If this 1 closes like this and we get a bottom wick, we'll take a wing back buy or a buy stop. Would be the safest option. I'm trying to see if we can get in off the 30, but I think we would need a 1 close above. That would confirm it really. However, pull back, what is this? Could we potentially take this little area here? Don't even move now with this in there. Absolute pain in the ass, man. Yeah, do we need to come back down? That's the question on the 30s. 30 close above. I don't know if I can take a 30, guys. I think I'd need to take the hour. 30s don't look very nice. We'd need to take the hour and then pull back. 30s can come straight through this range. We don't want that really. We'll leave this on though. There is an area where you could potentially wing back to off the 1. So we get a close back into the area, pull back, breakout, pull back. Let's check these ones out. Breakout, pull back. You didn't actually come to the wing back area. Well, you were close. Again, he didn't come back here. So how are we going to drive through? Breakout, pull back. Might be a case of just a market execute here. Looking at these ones. One, pull back. It's just if the 1 pulls away and then we come back, we could potentially take a wing back buy. Okay, we can probably do that, but we're going to have to wait 30 minutes. Now that's as if the 1 hour doesn't fill the range. This is our advantage point, 2340. So as long as it doesn't fill the range, then we should be good. We wait for an hour close above 2334. Our advantage point would be the wick fill, so we take partial move to break even at 2337. Because there is a support there on the 1. But to be honest with you, I don't think it does much. Should be coming through, I would think. It's just whether you want to wait another hour to come back down. Yeah, keep that on. Keep that on. Yeah, I do apologise, guys. I mean, that's absolutely talk. Do not, no one go with talk. It's dreadful. I'm waiting for full fibre, and we've got bad weather here. So I think it's when we get bad weather. It's all on this hour really, guys. It's whether this hour's going to close above. If it doesn't, then this 2 going to flip. So that means the 4 is going to push further down. We could potentially get sell stops on this too, but if you look at previous data, when you get this, you tend to fly back up. So I really don't want to be getting in for a sell here if this is going to come down, activate and push back up. I mean, this is just the 30 pulling back here. So how far is this 30 going to come? I have to wait for the 1 here. That we can really do. We've got 26 minutes. Do I go and reset my internet? Good morning, Medi. Sorry, mate. Nightmare internet. Nightmare. I'm waiting for full fibre. I'd literally, in my last house, I'd just got full fibre because they're working their way around the island. I just got full fibre and then we moved. Typical, innit? Can we get that hour close above? We could potentially go. Because what's the reason in this? Why this? Well, it means you're going to have to come and break the highs. I would have preferred it though if we didn't break this high, because there's only one reason you do this really. It's to come up to break a high, and it's broke a high now. So it's whether this hour is going to close respecting or break out. So we're just waiting at the minute, guys. Not much I can do, unfortunately. Hell, the Dean lot have been smashing it this morning on the trade ideas. TP2's hit already. Yeah, we don't know what we're doing yet, guys. We're going to have to wait. The best thing to do is to wait for the 4 to see what the 4 is going to do. If the 4 closes bearish, then you're probably going to get a wick fill before coming back up. Right, I mean, look at the 4. The 4's flipped back to the downside now. But is this just a bottom wick on the 30? Is this just a bottom wick on the 30? And if we get a 30 close back below, are we looking to sell? No, because, well, that would be the hour closing respecting. So what happens when the hour closes respecting like this? Let's have a look. Just means we might just come back to here. Doesn't mean much. Back up. We still haven't came and filled 2,340. I don't know whether we're going to do that. It doesn't really show any data what happens when the 4, when the 1 closes respecting. It might close bearish. What are you doing? So the 30, what's the 30 doing here? Why are you going off the 30? Broke above the high. Is this 30 going to flip back to the down upside? If that's the case, how far are we pushing down? actually pull all the way back to 2329 potentially. What is this? Let's mark this up. Broke above. Could we push to 2329? It's tough because we are bearish on the 4. So if the 4's coming back down, it's only broke one high though. Is it going to drive down? That's a question. Could we just see this level getting tapped? Potentially. Broke below, came up. Yeah, this area is not very nice, guys. But we're getting some nice volume. We're getting, you know, but we're gonna have to wait. Have to wait for this one. See what this one does. If the one breaks above, then we're buying up. Yeah, but here's the thing. If it closes bearish, it means it's likely going to come back down, but the 4 still needs to close, so we don't know what this 4 is going to do because the previous 4s are closed respecting. So then we probably have to wait for the 4, so you're going to have to wait for another hour. So it's very tricky at the minute. I'm just thinking whether we could take a 15. Because if this 15 closes back below, we're going to have to get a top wick anyway. Could we take that, anticipating the fake out back in for the hour to close? Could we take that? Potentially. 5's broke the lows now, so where's the 5 going to go? 15's still up here, the previous 15's still up here. And this is pushing down, so it is coming to tap an area of rejection. So is it going to reject from here? Is the 15 going to pull back? Yeah, we wait for this hour, guys. Know what I can do. Because we technically haven't had a bullish 4 close, we're still bearish on the 4. Now if the hour closes back up, it does look like it drives up to 2340. So would that confirm the 4 flip to the upside? Or is this 4 going to push all the way back down to fill the range? I was hoping to come on the charts and it'd be nice and straightforward today, but that's trading for you. But all this is doing is it sort of frustrates you to place trades, place unnecessary trades. So you've just got to wait, guys. All about discipline. See, it's tapped that area. I'm looking at this here, right? I've got them both on the screen. So now this only came from this level though. That's the thing. Where we came from up here. But the only one where we broke below 327 and faked out is this here. So if we look at this here and then look what happens is the new 4 closes. I mean, we've not closed yet on this 4. Sorry, this is a 3, sorry. So this 3 hasn't closed yet. We've got another an hour and 17. But this 3 comes up and taps this level here at 2336, which is basically this level here. And then if you look what the new 3 does, so it taps it, pulls all the way back down and closes around 2330. So does that mean we're going to close around 2330? Therefore we're going to pull all the way back down, right? And then the new 3 opens up, pulls down, and then flips to the upside to come and fill the range at 2340. So could this be something we're going to get? Are we saying we need to come back up to 2340 before coming down? And if that's the case, then could we look at a wing back buy from 2329? Because we shouldn't be breaking the low if this is what's going to play out. So our stops would be fairly safe and decent. The only way we're going to be getting stopped out is if this 3 is not going to close bullish and we're going to close bearish. That's it. That's what we need to try and work out. Good morning, Scott. How are you doing, mate? Thanks so much for the analysis. Also, if your voice could be a bit louder, yeah, cheers, bud. Just let me know. How's that? Is that alright? Be a bit louder, that would be amazing. I have volume of full, still strained to hear. Cheers, mate. How's that? That should be a bit better, should it? I've just got to turn my mic up. So, yeah, we're not in a very nice area at the minute, guys. We're not in a very nice area. The best thing to do is to wait for the 4. But even if the 4 closes like this, you're in an awful area. It's just whether you're going to come back down again. So, ideally, I would like this 1 to close above. And then we know we're probably going to have to come up to 2340. 2340. So we're just waiting out, really, guys. Welcome to the stream, Scott. Just let me know, guys, if my voice is low or the music's too loud. I haven't put any tunes on yet. But just keep us updated with the stream. The internet's absolutely dog poo where I live, though. I'm waiting for full fibre. So yeah. So that's what we've got going on, guys. We're gonna have to wait for this hour. If you are watching on YouTube, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, be much appreciated. Jump into our Discord as well. Our stats are unreal on stream. 66 wins, 7 break evens, 5 losses. We've only ever took 1 full loss, and that was in February. All the others have been partial, like one was like 0.2% or something like that. Our logbook, everything's tracked. Everything's on the logbook. We've also got a... So this logbook, guys, every trade taken on stream has its own link where we've taken it on stream. Nothing comes on here without taking it on stream, right? Now this is based off a 200k prop account, prop firm account. So this is staying within the rules of a prop firm account, okay? So if you took every trade with us and you had a 200k funded account, that's the numbers you're going to be looking at, okay? That's what we've had since November, since streaming, okay? And to back this up as well, we've got my FX book. And my FX book only started in January though, because I needed to link the account up, okay? But you can clearly see from our MyFX book, and every trader should have a MyFX book, guys, right? Every trader, every professional profitable trader should have a MyFX book, okay? That's how you can sort of catch traders out, because loads of fake traders online, especially sort of MLM type of traders. So you can see the steady growth there. Profit wise, we're averaging about 2.5% a month, and here's the thing, right? 1 to 2% a month is ideal. Imagine if I said to you, okay, I'm going to guarantee you 0.5% every month. 0.5%. If you've got a 10k account, say, 0.5% is hardly anything on a 10k account. You're probably thinking, well, that's not much money. You know, that's not very good. I need more percentage. And this is where people get it mixed up. They think they need a higher percentage. You don't. You need longer, consistent profits, whether it's 1%, 2%, whatever. Because if you've got longer, consistent profits, it's not about having just a 10k account. If you know you're going to be 0.5% every month, right, which is a small profit, but it's profit, then all you do is you add further accounts to it. So you have a copy trader, you trade one account, it copies to all your other funded accounts, you just keep adding. So 0.5% of 10k is not much. but 0.5% on 4 200k funded accounts, or Relentless Prop actually do a 400k one. 3 400k accounts is a huge amount of money. So that's the difference. That's where people go wrong. People think you have to have 20, 30+% in a month, right? For me, I look at traders like that and think they're a bit high risk. Okay, we have such a high win rate. 1 to 2% a month is all you need, right? Okay, so yeah, stats on streamer unreal. That's when we had that full loss in February, so we were minus, but the loss on that covers, even the previous month covered the loss on that. So we're close. My aim is to get 6 months on the bounce 100% win rate, and that's not 100% just taking 2 trades a month. Yeah, I'm on about just trading as normal. If the setup's there, take it. 100% win rate I'm trying to get for 6 months. And then obviously we'll look at it, yeah. Okay, so this hour's pushing back up now. Can we get an hour close above? That is the question. That hour close above should initiate the 4 flipping back to the upside. Now, here's the thing. If this 4 closes bearish, then we're likely going to get a wick fill with the new one. We're probably going to get about 3/4 of this wick filled before flipping, if it's going to flip. That's what tends to happen. So we really want this 4 to close bullish, ideally, right? So if this hour closes bullish above here, we've looked at previous data. Every time you close above here, you tend to push to 2,340, apart from this one here, but you tend to push to 2,340. There's probably only one reason you're going to come back up there, is to break these highs here. So every time you close above that, here you pull back, and you don't go straight away, so you might get a pullback and then you come back up. But every time you close above, you push through to 2,340, right? So it's one of them trades where it's you've got another one here straight through. You don't actually get a pullback here. I would prefer a pullback. The only issue with this one is this 1 hour came and tapped 2,327. We've already been down there. So are we just going to open up and fly up? That is the question. That is the question. We've got an hour close, then we've got a pullback, and then we've gone through. I will be taking part in 2,337. So we're just waiting, really, guys. 1 hour, you still pull back. I'm probably going to want to pull back here. Or could we take a wing back buy with an aggressive stop? Wing back buy with an aggressive stop, like off the 5 minute maybe. Would we come back to this now though? Yeah, let's wait for this 1 hour closure first. I'll get some tunes on. We're waiting 8 minutes, we're waiting for a closure. Can't believe my stream bloody disconnected. Pain in the backside. Don't go with talk guys, absolutely dog poo. Seven minutes for the close, guys. Now let's look at worst case. So let's say the hour closed above and we market execute. You might still come back down. Where would our get out be? Our get out would be potentially the 4 closing below here. If the 4 closes below here, where could it close? This is the question we've got to ask. Where can this 4 close? Well, it could come and fill the range at 2328. We've already broke the lows, so I don't know whether we need to come back down to break the lows if we're going to push bullish, right? But you would need a closure below these on the 4 really for it to for it not to play out. So you'd need a close below the. This level is minging, guys. Really, we should avoid this range. This is a disgusting range. But I do believe we need to push back up to 2340, if not higher, to come back. We haven't had much of a pullback. We also haven't filled the range. We have filled the range as such. These levels, the range on the 4. The only thing we're looking at what's similar, right, is this here. This. So we came from these levels. Yeah, the 4 actually closes like that. Alright, that's more the 4 range. So this, I don't know if you can see on stream, because I know it can be a bit blurry on stream. If it is blurry, go the settings on the bottom right and change it to like a 1080. So we get a forward bearish close, and then the new 4 opens up and just pushes bullish, and the new 4 all the way back up too. So are we going to get something similar to this? And if we are, is this 4 going to be that bullish 4, or is this 4 going to close bearish, then the next 4 closes bullish like that? And if it is, it means the next 4 is unlikely it's going to drive up. It's probably going to close small bullish. It means we're not going to drive that much up, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. Why? Because we've got news today at 1:30, and we don't want to be stuck in that news. So that would take us to 2 o'clock for this 4 to close. So realistically, we really need this 4 to close bullish. That's ideally what we want, right? Now you have got other levels here where the 4's close respecting, and then a new 4 comes and taps 2340. But this only came from this level here, so I don't know if we're going to get this back up. I'm not sure. The only thing what we're looking at really is this one. This is similar, and that's all trading is. Probabilities trying to match up what price has done before, because 9 times out of 10 price does exactly the same thing. And if you find, if you can find what price is looking on similar to, and you can see, okay, every time price breaks below this level, 10 times out of 10 it pushes to this level. Yeah, then that's 100% it pushes straight through. So your odds are pretty good, aren't they? Yeah. So that's how you get your trade. That's when you go, okay, well, I'm going to take that trade because it's high probability. And that's all trading is, really. Good morning, Sharif. How are we doing, mate? So it's weird how this 4 is going to close, really. 3 minutes for an hour close, guys. The safest thing to do is if the hour closes, we get a pullback, we get a buy stop on the other side. But I don't know whether we're going to drive because of the 4. It's really not the best. It's really not the best. Did we break the low there? We broke the low. The 2 hasn't closed yet. We've still got another hour left of the 2. So what is this 2 going to do? 3. It's had such a pushing candle on the 3. Is this 3 going to carry on, or is the 3 going to pull back? I think the 3 might pull back. This is another reason where I don't know whether we're going to drive from here, because this 3, this is the only similar one here where we broke below this level, and then the 3 came up and tapped that level like I explained and then pulled back. So do we wait, not take the hour, but we wait for a pullback from 2329? I might wait for that, you know, guys. I know you hate it when I say that, because it's like we're waiting longer. I know you hate it, but that's trading. You got to be disciplined, guys. If it's not there, so do I need to break the laws on this hour then? You're gonna have to pay attention here, you guys, because I need to see sort of what I want to see. So the 30's closing bearish. You've hit these awful ranges, man. It's a 15 doing no bottom wick on the 15. You're still respecting on this 15 though, that's nice. So do we need to come back up to break the highs then? Can we come down for a bottom wick on the new hour, which would be a top wick? If this hadn't broke this high, then yeah, I'd be really all over this. Because we've broke it, it's like, what's going to happen here? We need to break above that. Because what is that there? Does that mean we're going to come back down? Might not even break out here. Yeah. 40 seconds for the close. Are we going to close above? Or are we going to close respecting? That is the question. If we break above, it is pretty high probability really. They do all seem to come back up. I want to catch a pullback. Catch the pullback. So what would stops be? So stops for me would just be the low, guys. You break that low, you're not interested in the trade. Okay. Okay, stand by, guys, stand by. If we can get a pullback, we'll get, or do we just wait for a close above? I don't like the 4, that's the issue with the 4. It's the 4 what's really throwing me off, because if this 4, this 4 now, it still hasn't drove back up yet. It is struggling, but it could decide to push and fill the range. I don't know whether you're going to come back at that point, because that would be the daily pushing. But if we can get a what is that? A 15. 5 is better. You still respect this area. You're likely going to come back up. What the hell was that? Was that news? Let's see what happens here. I wanted this bottom wick. If we can get this bottom wick and then flip to the upside. If not, we'll take a 5, close above 2337. If the 5 closes above 2337, we could just buy up. There's only one reason you're coming up to break these highs, really. That is it. Let's see if we can flip back to the downside. What are you doing? Gold. Come on. What are you doing? Can we come and create this bottom? If we can create this bottom wick here, we'll get a buy stop on above here, above the 15. Because now you've took away that bottom wick, you could just flip to the upside. You'll have liquidity to now push 15, 22 that is. Come on, get down. Get down. Now the hour though, what's the hour doing? So the hour has broke. And you don't need much of a bottom wick on the hour. But I would like previous support tapped at least, which would be that 15 bottom wick. Right? So look, hour broke up, pull back. You've got another one here. Hour broke up, pull back. So I need previous support at least tapped. This one didn't though. Just drove straight up, so yeah, could drive straight up, but I want to pull back. Another one, pull back. Tup, as they say in Yorkshire. What else have we got? We didn't quite break this high up, but then you got two bearish candles, so 2 hours worth of bearish candles. Okay. Can we get that 15 tapped? Can we get that 15 tapped? Yeah, that's the only way I'm taking this, guys. I need to pull back here. If we get a pull back here, we'll get a buy stop on. Yeah. By all means, though, if this is your trade, take it. It is a basic breakout, Meraki, 1 hour. Yeah. It is a basic 1 hour Meraki, but there's a few reasons I'm just not happy with. Because the 4 is still bearish. Ideally, you want as many candles bullish as possible. Yeah, and the 4 is still bearish. But if this is your trade to take, by all means, take it. Don't know what this is. Gold is a lot stronger. USD is going down. Oh, okay. So 30 done. 30 is close respecting still. I just want another bottom wick here. The 1 hour's getting a wick fill. I mean, worst case, we could potentially take a 15 above. What does a 15 look like when we close above there? So 15 above, pull all the way back. Wing back, fantastic. 15 doesn't look very nice. 15. Up. But you've just got to be patient, guys. I mean, like I always say to you on stream, would you rather be in the trade and it's going heading towards stop loss because you went it too early because you were scared to miss the move, or would you rather not be in the trade and you were right in the analysis that, you know, you're looking to come up into that area? You'd be more angry on the first one, wouldn't you? So just wait. So when you get a 15, you still don't drive, mind. Yeah, I need this pullback here, guys, then we get a buy stop on. I would prefer this hour to come and break the lows. Here's the thing, we could be stalling, and what could be telling us we're stalling is because, remember the 4 showed you here, this is the only area what looks similar once. And we don't know if this 4 is going to be this 4. If that's the case, then this 4 is going to close bearish, but we're not going to drive back up. Right? We can even come back down to tap 2327 again, really. So we don't know if this 4 is going to be like this, or this 4 is going to close bullish. But this bullish closure hasn't got a bottom wick, hasn't got a top wick, and this 4 has already got a bottom and top wick. So I'm not sure whether this 4 is going to be the bullish one. I think it's going to be the bearish one. However, another reason is this 4 actually comes up to tap 2-3, the area basically, and we haven't tapped that yet, I don't believe. Let me have a look. No. So we haven't tapped that area yet. So does that tell me that this 4, well, it's going to tap up there anyway? But it doesn't have to. That's the thing. Well, I say it doesn't have to. It could come and fill the range. Why can it come and fill the range? Because remember, we're coming off the weekly, and this weekly's broke all the highs. So there's enough liquidity to push all the way through these ranges down to 200-300. So that's why I've got contradictions going on, and that's why it's not so straightforward at the minute. That makes sense. Not because I'm I am picky with my trades anyway. That's why I have such a high win rate. But you think there's people on the other end of these computers who are very smart and they're trying to take our money. Yeah, and we don't want to let them take our money, do we? So I've just got too many contradictions at the minute where I'm not very keen. Okay, so we've tapped that zone now. We tapped that zone. So are we saying if we got a buy stop on now and this hour does flip, it's then going to drive up, or is this 4 going to close bearish. Because if the 4 closes bearish, I think we're probably going to fill the range first. I don't think we're going to come back. So this is what my worry is. I don't know whether you could potentially get a buy stop on the side, but I don't know whether we just wait for a fake out. You broke the lows now, that's lovely. Okay, right, let's get a buy stop on. Let's get a buy stop off this 15 on the high. If we don't get activated on this 15, if we don't get activated on this 15, we'll delete. What are these ranges? These stops for me, guys, are these lows though. So I'm losing my voice here. 120. Okay. So we've got buy stops on this. Excuse me, bloody hell. So we've got to get activated on off this 15, okay? Now if this 15 flips, it's likely it's going to push to fill at least 2337, where we'll go risk free, okay? Good morning, guys. But if it doesn't flip, then we're probably looking at that 4 closing bearish, where we would have to wait. Such a weird week, I think. 2335.47. Then we've got, ooh, are we going to flip here? 2322.61. Risk free. What would this be? 14, 25. Oh, we're gonna have to break them highs again if we do flip and drive. Risk free to, yeah, we'll go risk free here, which is 2336.94. So I'll be going risk free there. I'm not sure I'll take profit, but we'll definitely go risk free. TP2. Why is TP2? TP2 will be 2346. 2346.85, because that's where they tend to come up to. Copy. Okay, that's what we've got going on, guys. We've got to get activated on this 15 though. If we don't get activated on this 15, I am deleting and we'll wait. I mean, the 5 still respecting here, but what we don't want is we don't want the new 15. Because the new 15, if you think, if this 15 closes like this, it means the new 15 could come up, test the wick, or even break the wick and still flip to the downside because we're bearish. Okay, so if we don't, and the new 15 does drive up, we'll just wait for some 5-minute closures above, but that's what I want to see. I want to see this 15 flip. If we don't, then it's probably not for me. Okay, that's what we've got going on. Any questions? Everyone happy? I don't actually know which chart is. Weird. I was talking to Vic last night. We were talking about how weird the charts have been this week. Yeah, there's a lot of contradictions, man. In this area, there is. This way you've got to be picky, guys. You've got to be picky what you want. But if this hour does flip, because it's done a top wick now, right? So if this hour does flip, it's likely then going to push to the next range. You've got an area here where the hour taps into, so we'd be risk free there. I believe it's about 14 pips. Yeah, just shy of 14 pips. And we'll go risk free, but we'll look to come and fill the range. We'll take past that 2,340, but that's if we flip. And if this hour is going to flip now, it's likely going to do it on this 15, because if this 15 breaks the lows, this 15 now is back in this range. So therefore, where should price be going? Well, price should be coming down to at least there. So we just delete and we just wait, and all we do is we wait to come back up and close back above here. That there, you could just mark execute on prices coming up. There's only one reason to come back in that range, that's to break these highs. So you could just mark execute. This doesn't look like it's going to play out here. See the importance of waiting, guys. Imagine if we got caught in that, getting tucked down. Yeah, don't like that. Don't like that. And you can't even take sells at the minute because the hours broke into that range. You broke the low now, which is nice. But remember, we might be getting this. This hour broke the low, closed bearish, and messed about before driving up. Yeah, okay, we're going to delete these guys. Okay, delete. Buy stops. All I've got on the trade IDs recently is trade in, then delete. Trade in, then delete. Just been such a weird week. Looks like this 15 is going to close below. I can't sell down. You could argue and say, because what you would need to sell down now is you would need an hour close back into the zone, so you'd need an hour bearish close, which would make sense for the 4. It means the 4 would be closing bearish. I just don't know how far this 4 is going to push to close. If we got up earlier, this was our advantage point this week. We could have took this, but obviously we weren't. There's no going on here, guys. I need to wait for the 4. I'll wait for the 4 and then we'll make a decision what's going on. Unfortunately, there's nothing. If the 15 closes back above 2,334, we could then argue and say, okay, this is a fake out back into the range. There's only one reason you're coming back into this range, to push, fill the range, and break these highs. So we could look at that, but I'd need a 15 close back above now. The 30 is still respecting, which is nice. I'm just thinking if this 30 flips. Can't take that either. Can't take that either. Could we take a wing back buy from 2-3? The hour's bullish, I suppose. Could we do that actually? Let's have a look at this. So, hour close above. We could potentially take a win back buy from 2-3-2-9 here. I can't because of the 4. You do tend to reject from these levels, even if you drive down, which is nice. Could we take that? Let's have a look. We potentially could, guys. We potentially could take a win back buy now, back from 2-3-2-8. Because if that would make sense, because if the hour does close bearish, I can't see this hour closing like that. If anything, even if it closes like that, that's a big pushing candle on the hour. You're still going to pull back with a new hour. So could we take a wing back buy from 2-3-2-8? Potentially, yes. That would be a much better entry. I know this one didn't break out, but you still pulled back. Then we've got to work out, okay, when you drive down, so tap it, you still pull back, and then you drove down. Tapped, flipped, tapped, drove down, tapped, back up. I don't like this, so why has this done this? It means we might have to put stops below there, because that would be our last line of defence of that. So what would that be? 100 pips, that's okay. What would this be then? Yeah, we would be like that. So tap, pull back, tap, flip, gone, tap, pull back. Yeah, we could look at this, guys. I like this much better. It's weird because these streams yesterday we were so close to calling it, wasn't it? I was like, right, oh, I'm going, and the forward close, I was like, actually, I'm in here. So I think I would prefer this every time. Tap again, pull back. Every time, even if you want to drive down, I'm gonna have to go below here. Even if you want to drive down, you tap 2328 and then pull back up to 2331 every time. So what does that mean then? Well, that means that if we do come back down to 2328, we could take a wing back buy. Why else could we take a wing back buy? What's the reason we don't think we're going to drive through like that? I mean, we could come to here. We did break a high, but this is only a minor high. Really would want these broken to drive down. So it did break a minor high. I like that. Okay, so we have got some potential wing back buys here. Right, what is this range? So that's 23 pips. And what you're expecting is if the hour could pull back, tap, flip. Might not happen on this hour though. This hour could close bearish or respecting, and then the new one comes down because the new 4 is the one what does it. Got a 15-minute close here. What are you doing? What are you doing, Bryce? What are you doing? It's sucking us in all over, isn't it? So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Or is this that pullback? Oh, I did say I was going to put some tunes in, so we're just waiting at the minute, guys. Okay, the 15's closing, bullish. Is this going to initiate the hour push through? That's the question. If you look at this 4 now, it's just up and down. What are you doing? Is this 4 going to close bullish or bearish? What have I got on today? Look, there's 15, guys. This 15 closes bullish, we can potentially get in. It doesn't want to fill this range though, because our advantage point is this. So if it fills the range, it might be a bit tricky. Tough morning there. Tough morning, guys. Tough morning. It's acting cree. Yeah, it is. Cree. What do you think your biggest hurdle is in trading? Like, drop it in the chat what you think your biggest hurdle is in trading. What holds you back, do you think? We've got 5 minutes for a 15 close. Where's this 15 going to close here? Do we wait for this pullback, which might not come? Discipline and sticking to a strategy. Is that, when you say sticking to a strategy, is that because you might take a couple of losses and you're like, oh, I need to change the strategy? Or is it just you don't like that style of trading? What is it? But I guess everybody's challenges are different. For some it's time, others it's the lack of discipline or knowledge. Yeah, absolutely right. Do you know the only way you get discipline? Only way. Right? There's only one way. Is you've got to make that many mistakes or blow that many accounts where you just get sick of your own shit. You get angry with yourself, where you're like, why the fuck do I keep doing this? Yeah, I know what to do, but I'm just not doing it. You've got to get that point where like, I am a fucking idiot, what am I doing? And then that's what you're doing by being aware of you being an idiot, yeah? Taking setups or not there, or not waiting, that instills the discipline. But that's the only way you can get discipline. You can't get discipline by not going through that process. But a lot of people give up at that process. At that point, a lot of people give up because they're like, I'm sick of this, I'm done. It's breaking me. I do believe Forex has to break you before you can actually make it. It needs to bring you to your knees before you can actually make it. I do believe that. But that's where 99.9% give up at that point. Where they're like, this is killing me. I'm stressed, I can't sleep. You know, I'm frustrated. And then the 1% who push through, they're the ones who learn from it and get to the profitability stage. Having your ego battered. What do you mean? Is this from like other people, or like who don't trade, telling you not to trade? Yeah, there you go. But why would you give up if it wasn't for these streams? Is that because you were so frustrated with yourself and angry? Or me? Oh, cheers, mate. Am I that nice? No, as in, that's how to get discipline, by having your ego battered. Yeah. Yeah, you're like, look at this 15 now. I sort of don't want this 15 to break above. I would much prefer this wing back buy. But yeah, thanks for that input, John. Even when you drive down, guys, this sort of plays out really. You could push straight through to these levels, but even when you drive down, look at it all, tap back up. This is a catchy tune, isn't it? This is probably all I'm looking at really, guys. I don't know if I'm keen on buys until the 4 closes. I mean, he's straight through here. Could we take another entry here? We potentially could take another entry here. Straight through, back up. Yeah, we could do that. Can we drive down? That's the question. I sort of don't want this 15 to break up, to break above, because it's going to suck me into a buy, and it's not my best setup. I would really like to come back down for these wing back buys. Just the 30. Oh, this is the 30 close. Okay, let's have a look at this 30. How is 30 going to close? We're still respecting this level. I don't know whether I like this, guys. I don't think I'm going to be taking this. I think I want this wing back. If it goes up, it goes up. It's just not my trade to take. Oh, the 15 had a little drop there. What happened there? What happened there? Oh, okay. I'm happy with that. We didn't. Well, you could argue and say it closed back into the range. You could argue and say it closed respecting. Then we've got to check the range, see what the range is like. You could go like that, or you could go like that. Yeah. Okay. I'm not into that. I'm not into that, guys. If anything, wing back buy from 32328 is looking the best. Because we technically haven't broke out on the 4. We've done that steep bottom wick now. Is this gonna fall? Are we gonna get a wick fill on this 4? Yeah, but this wing back buy, it looks good on the 50. Look at the 2 now. Is this 2 going to flip? I don't know if it's going to flip. I don't think it is going to flip. I think the 4 is going to close bearish, but respecting. Let's see. Yeah, discipline. Also have the actual time to monitor due to full-time job and not being able to catch London session properly as I should be sleeping. Yeah, it's a nightmare, mate. It's the thing with trading, right, is you've got to try and get into some of these sessions, so either London or New York or Asian session, because that's where the volume is, and you need volume really. So you've got to get into one of the sessions, unfortunately. Right, but people with full-time jobs, I know it's hard, but this is where you've got to say, you've got to make decisions really what you really want from it. If you want it to take over your life and you do it full time, then unfortunately you're going to have to try and move things around to try and get onto these sessions. It's like a bucket. You've got a bucket, yeah? Once the bucket's full of water, that's you now profitable. Some people have loads of time where they can just get on the charts all day. So they're obviously pouring a lot more water into that bucket faster. Some people can only drip it in because they've got full-time jobs and they're just dripping water in. But eventually it will fill up. It will fill up. It's just everyone's on their own journey is how much water they can put in that bucket. That's what it is really. Eventually you will get profit. The only way people don't get profitable is if they give up. Simple as that. Simple as that. If they give up. But how long it takes you is how much water you can put into that bucket. And that water is you getting on the charts. That's exposure to watching streams. Exposure to just getting on education, learning. Exposure to charts mainly, yeah. Because even by not taking trades, you are still learning a shitload. You actually learn more from not taking trades than you probably do by taking trades, believe it or not. Yeah, you learn a lot more by taking trades and you're in drawdown because you're really analysing the markets because you're in drawdown. So you learn loads from that. Plus you learn a lot about yourself as in emotions. And to get consistently profitable, you've got to tick all the boxes. And in that boxes is going through them stages of emotions and feeling, having doubt. So, yeah, I know what you mean, mate. It's hard with life at the minute because people are, with the cost of living and, you know, this country is just disgusting with the taxes. Absolutely disgusting. People have not got 2 jobs now for extra income. They've got 2 jobs now just to survive. So people just don't have time to do your side hustles to make extra cash. And in a way, that's what the system wants you to do. It doesn't want you to do side hustles. It doesn't want you to make stuff. We're not going to conspiracies though, John, so don't get excited. Used to have this issue. Had to change jobs to a night role or afternoon role. It's shit, but only way to make it aware. I'm up at 8 AM to trade here, then full-time job at 2 PM to 10 PM. It kills me. Or having a part-time job, but that's not really possible for most adults. I think also you need to be around the right people. Yeah, that's right. It's there's that many. I see it all the time. I try not to look at social media that much really, but because I'm in the industry, it's you see that many fake traders. You've got people. What I'm seeing now, they're mainly from MLM companies. They're the main fake ones. Because they want you to join their MLM company to learn to trade. So they have to look like they're winning loads of trades and profitable. But the MLM company, I've seen people giving out signals after being trading for 3-4 months. Like 3-4 months is nothing. Absolutely nothing in trading. But they do it. And you see it all over social media. And they only post their winning trades. Or they'll post a losing trade just to show that they're transparent. So for me, if you're following people online, what you need to do is make sure they trade live stream, because a lot of them just get signals from other educators and post it on there so they look like they're winning trades, right? So make sure they're trading live. I don't ever follow someone who's trading live, right? And make sure they've got my FX books to track all their trades and see if they are profitable. Okay, and if they've only been trading a few months, guys, that's a red flag straight away. And another big red flag for me is if they're in an MLM company, so if they get commissioned by getting you on to do their education, another red flag on educators, because the industry we're trying to change the industry. We want to make it more transparent, and we want to protect people from all the scammers. And actually learn to trade in the fastest way possible. And I do believe we have half the time. So it normally takes about 4 years to become a profitable trader on average, right? But I really do believe we've half the time at Relentless with how we've created our education. It's a very unique way how we've done it. I also think around that people too. If you're around the wrong people, you'll either lose money or just get confused. Well, if you're around the wrong people, it just puts you back. Puts you back months. And then not to mention the time you've spent with them. You might be around them 6 months. We've got traders who, and he's actually mentioned it on the podcast, one of the guys, who was with other companies. And they were like, I should have joined these ages ago. And they didn't actually progress in that company, but they wasted 6 months to a year in that company. Then they've come to us. They forgot everything, reset everything, started again, and they're way ahead of where what they got out of that company, way ahead. So it can actually just put you back. Yeah, mate. How old are you, Mehdi? You're quite young, aren't you? I tell you what, I wish someone showed me this at 18. Yeah, I can catch New York session until 9:30. Where do you live, Scott? Where are you from? This advice he's sharing, follow it religiously. Cheers, John. That's why I'd have given up. Yeah. 21. Oh, you're young as out, mate. Imagine if it took you 4 years to become consistently profitable. You're probably thinking, fucking hell, that's ages. Can't be arsed with that. But imagine you'd be 25. Imagine being consistently profitable at 25, mate. You're going to be... Well, I'm not going to say it because I really can't, because we've got disclaimers on and that. But you're going to be well off before you're 30. Trust me. I wish somebody showed me this while I was still in the army. Because on the evening, if there's any ladies watching, I do apologise, but on the evening, all we'd done, the amount of time you had to yourself, right? You would drink alcohol, masturbate, and watch movies. That is it. That's all you do in the forces, okay? When you've got downtime, a lot of masturbation, movies, and drinking. That is it. Now, I wish somebody showed me this while I was still in the army, because I would have got out. It's your exit strategy to get out of the forces. You learn a skill before you even get out, and you can be making money before you even get out the forces. So it's perfect for someone like that. But starting at a young age, man, is fantastic. It's even if it took you 4 years, you're still well off. But it shouldn't do that. Oh, you're not a member, are you? But if you were a member, you'd be looking at half. I do believe we've halved it. See how this is not moving here, guys? See how the hour hasn't flipped? Yeah. So why hasn't it flipped? Why is it not flipping and driving? Not enough liquidity. So do we need to come back down to get liquidity to come back up? That's the goal. I've started a Wago thanks to Sharif. Alright, yeah. Yeah, that's good, that, mate. Really good. Still young as out. But like I say to you, the only way to get there is to be broken by it. Right? So when you're in that, so remember what I'm saying here. The only way to get there, to get consistently profitable, is to get broken by Forex. It's going to bring you to your knees. Right? But that is the point where you'll make a decision whether you carry on or whether you stop. And the only way you don't make it in Forex, the only way you don't make it is if you give up. Eventually you will make it, but it's just a case of how long it's going to take you. That's it. Massachusetts. Now, been trading since I was 17, 40 now left that, but still determined. Oh, fantastic, mate. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Jump to our Discord, Scott, it's free. It just lets you know when I'm live trading. I trade most days from 8 AM. London session mainly. We do New York session, but it's just for members on our Discord. This is a new YouTube channel. We haven't had this channel very long, really. Relentless has been going around about 5 years, we've always sort of traded live for the members, but we've just started on YouTube. Just opened it up to the public. Hence the channel, fairly new. But, I mean, the stats, what we have on here are fantastic. I know because I've seen others. Really good stats. Let's see if we can get June, 100%. July, August 100%, September 100%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, could we get 100% month every month till October? That would be nice. Good morning, Lee. How are you doing, mate? Still grafting away, are you? Well, this 15 now, guys. So this is why we've deleted this. Because, remember, we had our buy stops on here. And if this hour was going to flip to drive up, it would have done it on this 15. And the reason we delete, because technically you could have still had them on above the hour, but it just means the new candles can come up. And with spread, this might have activated you with spread. And you don't want to get activated and then tuck back down. So you just delete and you just wait. It's better to miss the trade and not be in it than be in it because you're scared to miss it and it actually goes the wrong way. Good mate, yeah. Non-stop in 40 in Dubai, 40 degrees. At home week today, dear. That's good, that mate. 40 degrees, fucking hell. It's like Afghan weather, that man. Honestly, heat in Afghan. Jordan was hot as well. I've been to Jordan. Jordan was really hot. It's like a dry heat though. I tell you where it was like, I've been to Belize as well, in the jungles of Belize, and that is like a wet heat. You're always wet. Your feet are like soup. It's like a bowl of soup. Yeah. You're always wet in Belize. Yeah, no worries, Scott. Our link tree's in the description, mate. There's loads of info on us on there. So we're just waiting, guys. We're just waiting. This 15, this closes bearish. We're likely going to come down, but I don't know whether we're going to come down on this 4. I think we might do it with a new 4. We sort of want it to happen on the new 4, really. We ideally want this 4 to close respecting. The 4s don't look very good. I don't like the way the 4 are in this range, really. For sure. One question, as I'm watching and learning your terminology, what does close respective mean when you say that? I'm in the desert and summer's starting soon. 50 degrees, oh mate, good luck with that. So close respecting, so while we're waiting for this, I'll just show you a rough idea. So let's pretend we found our zones, okay? So a zone is basically sort of support and resistance, right? Let's say we found our zone and prices, we know these are zones because prices bouncing in between. It's like a bouncing ball, isn't it? It's the floor, it's the ceiling. Comes up. Yeah, so we know these are zones. And then obviously as price is moving up, you've got your candles coming up. I'll do blue and green because I know people are a bit OCD with it. So let's say your blues are coming up. Obviously all these candles have got wicks, right? Now what's going to happen is if we can identify how price moves, all you need to know with Meraki is how candles open and close, right, with wicks, okay? How to identify zones and how price moves in between zones. So what happens when price breaks out here and comes into the next zone? How do we identify it's going to do that? Well, it's simple. All you do is price will do a number of 3 things. It'll close respecting, and then what that means is if price closes respecting, doesn't break above, what will tend to happen is price will close bearish. And then therefore we've bounced off this ceiling, we should be coming back down to fill the range to then come back up unless we break out to the downside. Okay. Another thing what it might do is it'll break out. So what that means is this candle will break out. What tends to happen if we're bullish, the new candle will pull back first, tap previous support and then flip to come and fill the range. So that means you're now in this range. So therefore, where should you be coming? Well, you should be coming up to fill the range. Okay. Or you can get a fake out. So you'll get a breakout like that, and then the new candle. These are things we can't preempt. There's things we can do to sort of limit them. But if this candle closes back into the range, you've now had a fake out. Therefore, what range are you still in? Well, you're still in this range. Therefore, where should you be coming? Well, you should be coming down to fill the range. And that's simple, Meraki. That's a basic. Obviously, we've got other stuff in regards to wingbacks and nest players and things like that. But what close respecting is the candles close respecting a support. That's what that means. It's close respecting here. Does that make sense? It means where price hits the support and closes within it. Yeah, exactly that, John. Jeez, mate. Alright. Hope that helps, buddy. The 15. So is this that our push up now? What did the 15 do? We're still not breaking the lows here. What's going on with this? Do we need to break the highs to drive down? See, it does look like we need to break some highs before driving down. So I think we've definitely got to wait for this 4, guys. I can't do anything here. Can't do anything. I'm just going to nip and make another quick brew. Don't be surprised if this hour does come through, because it does look like it needs to break this high before coming down. So we'll see. But it's not our trade to take, is it? That's why we're not in it. Okay, back in a second, guys. What are we doing? Ah, look. Oh! How are we looking, guys? Cup of tea time. Definitely is, mate. I've just made a cup of tea. Yorkshire tea, that is. Yeah, we're not doing anything. I don't think it's going to do anything until the 4 closes. And then, I mean, looking at this 15, why are these not pushing down? Probably need to break the highs. So is the 4 going to pop straight up? If the 4 pops straight up, guys, and fills this range, I'm probably going to call it a day, to be honest with you. Because it means you're going to get something like this. You're going to miss the whole move. You'd have to wait another 4 hours. What are you doing there? We're either going to get something like that, or you're going to come all the way back up. Yeah. 2 minutes for the 4 to close. How is this 4 going to close? We sort of want this 4 to pop down first and then come up. But it just might not even do that. Yorkshire tea, I'm on, John. Yorkshire tea. This 4 now, look at that. If this closes bullish here, there's only this time where you close bullish. It's showing we're probably going to have to come back up. 15 seconds, but if you close bearish, it means you can get a wick fill. So we're really in a predicament area here. If the next 15 can come down first, so the 15's closed bearish, so we sorry, the 4, so we could actually get a wick fill, but it might come and give us a top wick first. I mean, what can I do here? If we do come up, could we take a wing back sell? Good morning, Callum. How you doing, mate? Good to see you up bright and early. Have you had some fizz this morning? Yeah, there's not a lot going on. These wing back guys, you might not even get up. We might only do this. We might just do this, guys. No, mate. Oh yeah, you're on leave, aren't you? Oh, we had a nice little sleep in. I've got nothing going on here until you swing back by. It's the only thing I'm interested in. Even if you drive down, you tend to pull back off all the time frames, guys. But the 3's closed bullish now. So what is the 3 done? Has it closed back above? we get a bottom wick on the 3? I'd need a bottom wick on the 3 anyway, even to take the 3 back into the range. So I would need a pullback. I'd need a pullback to our wing back area really to take a buy up. 2's closed bullish, which is nice. So you could just drive with this 2, I suppose. 1. Can we get a bottom wick on this hour? If we can get a bottom wick on this hour now without breaking a high, we could potentially get another buy stop off the hour. That would be the 3 with a bottom wick. That'd be everything with a bottom wick. Or do we just take a 15? Close above the range is not big enough. Or is it? Nah, 30 pips. This could just drive here, guys, but I need a bottom wick. Because look, you're saying to yourself, okay, why didn't these drive down? Well, it's because this wasn't enough liquidity, so now do we need to break this high before driving down? Or is this the break of the highs now on this 15? So this 15 broke all of these. Is this the liquidity just to push a bit further? We're just not in a nice area, guys, unfortunately. Don't think there's much I can do. What can we do? What can we do? So the 3's coming down for that bottom wick now, which is nice. 3's got the bottom wick. The 2. Two's got a bottom wick. Can we break the lows one more time? Close to both. Let me pull back. Where have we pulled back to? Not very keen in this, guys. I won't lie. I've only got this. This wing back buy is probably my only thing I'm looking at really. I can't do anything in this range. This is a minging area, this area. It does look like it's going to come up and break the highs, but you can all, because the 4's closed bearish, you'll tend to get a wick fill. But we might not, because previous data shows that we can get a wick fill. Or, because what if this 4, what we're on, is this one? So then this 4 is going to give us a wick fill. But do we have to come up? Do we need to break these highs? If this 4 closed doors, you're bullish. Yeah. Fly up this now, I bet you. I bet you. Not my trade, this, guys. Good luck if you're in it, though. Good luck if you're in it. What would I want to see here? Don't think I'd want to see anything in this range. Could we take a wing back? Sell, because the 4 is still bearish. But the 1's bullish, but the 1... Could we take a wing back sell from 2, 3, 4, 0? Well, you do reject here. Break out, come back. Fly through. Up, tap, back down. Up, tap. Okay, could we take a wing back sell from 2, 3, 5? Mark this up. So up, tap, back down. straight through. Second entry 2360. We can still look at this because the 4 is technically still bearish, right? Tap back down, tap back down. So if we can get some heavy pushing candles, we could potentially take it. This one didn't quite make it. And if the hour closes above, then we'll look to get out. Yeah, I know, it's weird, mate. Don't worry, just got to be back up and running soon. We cut off earlier, but the internet's absolutely dog poo. The 5 closes in 2 minutes. What are you going to do this 5? I'll tell you what we can do. If this 5, you got no top wick and you got no bottom wick, right? If this 5, the new 5 can come down, would we need a 15 close? Well, we've had the 15 close. But it has closed respect. Where's this 15 going to close at? But we could potentially take an aggressive entry off a 5, where it'll be a case of if the 5 closes below, we'll just get out. We might lose a couple of pips. That's potentially what we could do, because we're coming up to probably break this high. Let's see. Oh, look at these pushing candles. But I couldn't get in this, guys, unless we came and break the lows of the 4. We're just not in a nice area on the 4. Look at this driving now. What? If the new 5 can come down to this area, we can potentially get in. And if the 5 closes below, we'll just get out. Okay? But we're expecting something like pull back, tap, to then flip and drive, and that'll be the 15. It'll be the last 5 of the 15. It might even happen on the 15, to be fair. This was like yesterday. Yesterday we watched that bearish run all the way down, and I was just about to call it a stream, and then something popped out and we took a trade straight away, grabbed 10 pips, and that was us done. So he's a 5 close now. Can the new 5 come down? So the 5, what's the 5 done? Okay, stand by, guys. You have close respect on the 5, man. So are you going to respect this, or are you going to just flip and drive? Is that what it's doing? I mean, if the 15 doesn't fill the range and we get a bottom wick with a new 15, we potentially get buy stops on to come and fill this. Oh, that's 5 flipped. Invest in Starling. No, mate, I was gonna get Starling, but I can't justify the price. I can't justify the price. It's like, I think it's like 85 quid a month, plus you got to pay like 400 or 500 quid for the equipment up front. So I just couldn't justify it, but I did look at it. I was so close to getting it. When full fibre works, so full fibre works, but I'm just in a bit of a predicament because they are working their way around the island, so I will soon get it, but it's just how long they can't give me a time frame. I suppose I could get Starling just for the outbuilding. How much is Starling? And let me just confirm. Starling. Oh shit, I spelled Starling wrong. John Lewis, 224 quid. Well, that's come down actually. Starlink satellite antenna Wi-Fi router kit dual band 224. Starlink home view plan and pricing. Residential 75 quid a month. Monthly service plan. Unlimited high speed, low latency. Unlimited data. Standard 299. Yeah, so you've got to pay the 299 plus 75 quid a month. Do you know what? Might be fucking worth getting. What's this one here? High flat, high performance. $299 for the hardware. Do you know what? I might get that, you know. It was, last time I looked, mate, it was about 500 quid for the equipment. In the middle of the Alpine Australia, stupid fact. Yeah. It is meant to be really good, like. What was I going to do there? I was going to check the map on it. Availability map. Look at that, available. Oh, this is where I live. Right on this island here. I live around this area here. Beautiful place. Yeah, do you know what? I might get that, you know. Might get that. Oh, this 5's not driving. What's going on here? So the 15. If this 15 can break out and we can get a bottom wick, we can potentially get buy stops on. But I need a bottom wick. It's in an awful range though, guys. Like, these ranges are awful. I would like a bottom wick for that 5. I want to rule this out here. So if we can get the 15, pull back to this, then yeah, we can get a buy stop on. So pull back. We're going to pull back to there. We can get a buy stop on off the high of the 15, because if you do break that, you should be pushing to fill in range of 2.5. Oh, that's if we break above here. We did. Okay, nice. Now, it might open up and just drive here, guys, right? But, so stand by. Okay. Let's have a look at this. I need that pullback, guys. I need that pullback. Come on, the 5's closed bearish. How did it close? You could argue it would say it closed nest play. Looks like it closed back in. If we get that pullback, we can get a buy stop on. Can fill the rest of this range. The 30's next to close, and then the hour. Yeah, the hour should really be coming through to fill the range at 2340. That's the next area. Well, I say that if you look at this hour here, so this hour came up, didn't actually tap that zone. And then the new hour came all the way back to there. So is this hour going to close bullish, mess about around here, and then we're going to get a pull back to that? What time are you on? 20 past 10. It's getting on a bit now, like. Oh, this is 15 now. But if we do pull back, I will get a buy stop on. But then we would have to get activated on this 15, right? Come on, can we get that pull back? Guys, if you're on the channel, drop us a like, will you please? Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Really helps the channel out. It's good for algos and all this good stuff. Is this the pullback? Is this the pullback? The 5's flipped. Is the 5 going to come down? So you would want this 5 like this, then the new 5 pop down, then we get the buy stop on, and then this 5 to flip back bullish, and that means we'd have one last 5 for the 15 to flip and drive. Oh, we're pushing down. Nice, nice. Can we tap this area? You've got no top wick and you've got no bottom wick. That's the reason why we want this area tapped. Right, I'm not going to take a wing back buy, even though the 15 broke out, just in case we get a fake out. Because the 4 is bearish, remember. That's why we're overly cautious now. You might be thinking I'm dead, especially if you're watching the stream. You might think I'm overly cautious. I'm only doing it because we've got so many contradictions going on. It's quite a tough area. The 4 was still bearish. We could get a wick fill. This 4 could flip at any point. That's the only reason. We do not want to be getting activated for sells and then we flip to the downside. Because we're unlikely we're coming back. Can we tap it? Come on! Okay, this is a good time as well. So you still... Okay, I'm going to get a buy stop on this now, guys. I'm going to get a buy stop above this 15. Buy stop. Here's the thing with stops though. Stops are going to be pretty big. You could go stops there, I suppose. But for me, you'd really want stops below this. Yeah, ideally would want stops below that, but you range what you're looking to fill. It's 22 pips, so it's not too bad. Okay. And this 15 has to activate it. If this 15 doesn't activate it, we're going to delete. Okay, so I've got buy stops on this, guys. We've had the pullback. Look at this 15 now. Look at this 15 now. So this 15 has to activate. This is the reason we didn't take these wing backs. So we've got no top wick on this 5. If this 5 can pull back, fantastic. So we're rejecting. Can this 5 flip? We've got no top wick. Oh, sorry, our risk-free zone is 2339, but my target is going to be this level here, 2346. What's this 5 going to do? We've got no top wick on it. Ooh, that would have been a nice. If this 15 flips now, it's likely going to push and break the highs. There's nowhere else for it to go, really. You have actually got levels here. What is this? Why are they rejecting here? I have to bring this down a tad. That. Yeah. So there is a little level here, 2339, which will go risk free. I'll probably take partial as well. I won't lie, guys. It's not a very nice morning though. That's just if we flip, because we're in all this. Look at this. This is where we are now. Disgusting. So this 15 has to activate us. What's the 5 done? Five is still respecting. Seconds. So we're going to get a top wick on this 5. If this 5 opens up and pushes down first, we potentially can get a wing back from 2334, because you're probably going to have to create that top wick before driving down. Do you know what I mean? So if this 5 opens up, pushes down first, probably, do you have to come back with that 15? It's all on the 15 really. If the 15 closes back into the range, you're technically coming back down to fill the range, and that's back down in 2332. You're just messing about. I'm just a bit cautious with these 5s here, because you've got no top wick on this. What you could get is this 5 could come up, create a top wick for it, and still flip, because we're bearish and we haven't filled the range on the 5 yet. Because the 5 range is down here, so I am a bit cautious of this 5. You've got no bottom wick. I'm not going to take that one back, guys. Doesn't look like we're flipping. This is the 30. What's the 30 going to look? Oh my god, look at the 30. If the 30 closes like this, what does that mean? You broke the high 1, 2 times, and you still haven't broke above. So what does that mean? It means there's nothing else to do. We're going to have to come down. However, that's if you close respecting. If the 30 breaks above this level, then we're coming up. It just means this will be a pullback. What would the hour look like then? Really messing about, guys. We're just not pushing, are we? We're not going anywhere. But if this 15 closes bearish, guys, and we don't get activated on this 15, I'm going to delete. We're going to wait. Unless we close Nestle. If we close Nestle and we close Respecting, we'll just leave it on. The new 15 should come up. I'm just worried about getting tagged in with spread here. 15 pull back gone. Okay, can we get activated? Is this 15 going to flip? Come on! Get up there! Oh, we're flipping. We're flipping. Can we flip and drive? That's the question. Can we flip and drive? Gold's 57.2 going up. USD's 36.9 and going down. Are we going to get activated? Here we go. Okay, I've been activated, guys. We are in cells on this. We are in cells. Can we drive on this? Can we drive? Stops for me are the lows, guys. Stops for me are the lows. My target is actually 2346. Tape partial move to break even is 2.339. Now, I really wanted this 15 to drive through it. Whether we're going to do it, I don't know. Because the 30 is about to close. It means the 30 might give us a bottom wick. But we need a 30 close above this, really. So as long as the 30 closes above this, we should be good. If it doesn't and pulls back, ooh, bit dodgy. Bit dodgy. But we'll see. Come on, the 5. Get up there. We might even go risk-free a bit earlier. There is an area here, but for some reason. Look at this, these levels here. So we really need a 15 bullish close if possible, right? Or a Nestle close and respecting. If we close back in and we've had a fake out, I'll probably look to manage risk at that point, right? Because it means we still haven't broke above and we likely could come back down. I don't really want to be tucking, not with the way the market is at the minute. But the 1 pushing up, the 4. Could this be the 4 pushing back up? We haven't had much of a bottom wick on the 4 yet. But we are still respecting on the 4. So we should be okay on this. 30 seconds for close. Can we get a pop with the new 30? Is the new 30 going to pop? You might get a pullback on the 30. Really, you want a pullback? You want the 30 close and then you want to pull back, tap previous support around here, and then a flip to come up. I ideally don't want this 15 bearish close. Or if we do, we get a next player. Okay, we've had a nest play on the 15. Is it a nest play or are we going to get a wick fill? That means the 30, we ideally want a bottom wick on this 30 before driving up. We've got another hour to go. The hour's still not broke out, remember, right? The hour's still not broke out. Not broke above this level. However, all the hours tend to come up to 2-3-40. At least our take partial areas before deciding what it wants to do. So I would think we're going to come up to these levels at least, okay, before driving back down. But we have broke some highs. We have broke some highs. So can we push past the wick, tap our zone, and then it decides what it wants to do? Can we see that? Well, this is a nice nest play. So a nest play is where you've had a 15-minute close above, and then you get a bearish close, but you're still respecting the zone. So you're technically still now in this zone on the 15. Therefore, where should you be coming? Well, you should be coming up to fill the range. That's what technically you should be doing. Okay. You normally get a bottom wick first, so bottom wick and then a flip to the upside. So we'll see. We will see. I would prefer a bottom wick on the 30, but the 30 has closed back into the range. Here's the pullback on the 30. So all the 30s have closed back in. And even if you drive down, you should still come up to tap 2339. But if this hour, I'm going to be managing risk if this hour closes respecting 2335, because if this hour closes respecting 2335, right, it means you're going to have to come down to break all the lows again, even if you want to drive up. Okay, it means that this wasn't enough liquidity, this. So you're going to be pushing past this, at least. Right, I don't want to be tucked into all that. Not the way the market is. I wouldn't mind normally, but the way the market, these areas are just not the nicest, really. Because there's the bottom wick. Can this 30 now flip? That's all we're waiting on now. Second entries. Second entries. We would really need an hour breakout. I would need that hour break and then look for a second entry. This 15, we sort of don't want to break in the low of this wick, really. We want it to pull back and flip. Now, what's good, it's happening in the first 5 minutes of it. That's what's nice, right? That's what's nice. What we could have done with is not breaking A high, because now you've got liquidity to drive down. But is this enough liquidity to drive past these levels? I'm not sure. Potentially. If this 15 closes bearish, guys, I am proper all over risk on this trade, because it is a riskier trade because of these ranges. So if the 15 closes bearish, it would probably be the 30 really. If the 30 closes bearish, I'd look to get out after the top wick. Because the top wick should come up to test 2337. There's nowhere else for it to go at the minute, unless there's a fake out to the upside to come back down. That's what I'm saying. This could be a fake out to the upside to come back down. Where's the 15? It's all on this 15. There's still 10 minutes left of this 15. So we really don't want a 15-minute close below 2334. $15, what you doing? What are you doing? If this 15 closes like this, guys, we're probably looking at a fake out here to come back down. I will be looking to get out of the trade, really. Now, I've got a 5 with no bottom wick. So this 5 could flip to the upside at any point. Now, we don't want to be breaking these levels. Can this 5 flip back up? Come on, get up there. Look at the one, man. The one's flipped, guys. Don't like it. I mean, you could still look at your wing back. You could still look at your wing back buy from here and bring this up, but it's whether the wing back's going to come, because when you drive down, you come and tap this at least, but it's not going to be enough to get out. You'd need to come back up to these levels. It's all on this 15 really, guys, where I'm going to manage risk off. This 15 breaks below, I'm looking at getting out like. I mean, you could reject from these levels. You haven't came to tap 2, 3, 3, 1. Is this one likely going to flip back to the upside? We should have waited for that one to break out really. The one technically didn't break above the high. Is this just a pullback? Because we've broke the highs, it means you've now got liquidity to come back down. The 2's still bullish, but you broke a high again. The 3, is this the bottom wick for the 3? 4, that 4, that would have been the killer really. We should have waited for a bullish 4, if it does come down, doesn't play out. But either way, they all pull back to. But then, are we saying, well, this was the pullback here? Is this the pullback? So it's already done the pullback. Do you know what I mean? Awful range, like. 6 minutes. We need the 15 to close respecting this at least. This, you could still pull back from this 15. If the 15 closes like that. Break above. Back down. Too big. To flip and drag. Yeah. I can't. Yeah, you could have sold down, but the issue you've got is you are bullish on the one, and the daily could come up for a top wick as well. Really, it's just we don't really like these ranges. Really, we probably shouldn't have got in. We should have just left it. We should have waited for the 4 to close bullish. That's the only downfall. But if this is not that tap, then this should come up to tap it before coming down. Okay. So it's not over yet. It's not over yet. I really don't like the ranges though. It's in the areas where you decide where you're up or down. It's at the 15. It's not the 15. Still got another 5 minutes left of the 15. I'll wait for the 15. See what the 15 does. What can this 15 do? I mean, the 15 can come and tap these levels from where we are. We're above here, aren't we? So, when does the 15 come up? Closed above. Then the 15s came down and tapped and pulled back. Can this 15 pull all the way back? Are we going to get something like this? Can this 5 flip? The 5 is not. Could we take another entry here? I don't know if I'd take another entry. I would probably need that wing back area. It is an area you do pull back from. So when you close respecting, you should pull back to. So the 15 would have to close respecting this level. Interesting. Interesting. What's the 5 doing? What did the 5 do? Oh, the 5 broke out there. Does that mean the 5's going to drive further? That means the 15's going to close below. Ah! You had a nest play on the 15 as well. If this 15 close respecting, we're likely going to come back to 2, 3, 3, 5. Well, I'm just not liking it, guys. Not after that 15 now. We needed that 15 to flip and drive, because all this sign, even if you get a 15-minute close, it's a sign you're going to have to break these lows. So you're going to be coming back down, so you might as well just get out. I mean, you could hold, but it's the 4's bearish, and then you've got news at half 1, so you're probably not going to play out until around, well, news is going to push it one way. You're either going to get stopped or you're going to go back to break even, so it's just not worth it. So I mean, what is this? Pips was 150. Pips only small partial loss. I don't like this 15, guys. You could come back from here. What's the 30 done? The 30's broke out, right? But this could be a fake out on the 30. You've got 16 minutes left of this. And if the 30 does close bearish, you don't need a top wick on the new 30. You could just drive with the hour. So we could wait for the 30 to close. But you could easily drive back down at this point. There's only one reason you come back there, to break these lows. Be nice to me, mate. Be nice to me, gold. Come on. See how this 5 closes here. We just need the 15 to close respecting, but still you could still drive down, guys. I'm not really into this right now. I really wanted this 15 to drive. If this 15 didn't drive, it tells me you've got to break these lows. And there's only one place to come down to, and that's here. And that's whether you stop there as well. You might not stop there, you might drive further down with the daily. I want to see if we can pull back though. Because, I mean, if the 30 close respecting, then yes, we might still stand a chance. But then you would have to wait for the 15 to close back up. Unless the 30 is going to... Really what we could have done is wait for the 30 to create a bottom wick. Here's the 30 now. The 15 even. Right. There's the new 15. Okay, if this 15 flips back up to the upside, right, I'm going to move stops to the low of this 15. If it stops me, I'm not interested in the trade, guys. I'm probably going to call it a day, because I don't like these ranges at all. So can we come back to create a top wick? We might not, that's the thing. Come on, give us a top wick. Stop messing about. Stop messing about. And we got a top wick. USD is strong as well. Oh, guys, we broke the lows here. Right, guys, I am out of this trade. I am out. I'm closing out. Okay, 1,500 quid loss. I'm not interested. It was all on that 15 flipping to the upside. It might still play out, because it's just whether this 4, this is the one what's tapped it. It's whether this one. If it's not, then it needs to come back up. But you think if this 4 does drive now down and fills this range here, that's the daily flip pushing further down, and I'm just not interested in it really. The ranges are minging. Tough trading this morning. This trade was a riskier trade. We maybe should have waited for the 1 hour close above here. Okay, we should have waited for the 1 hour close above. But yeah. Oh, this could easily pop down now. I am interested in this wing back though. Oh, bloody goal, what you doing to me? 30. We haven't had a loss for a while, to be honest with you. So we drew one. So it's down as a partial loss, guys. I probably won't be taking this wing back, okay? Reply. If you're still in, I'd probably move stops to the low of this. Okay, because you might be able to get out at a better entry, but if you are still in, 1.63. Okay, so if you're still in, move your stops to there. Hopefully this will flip and come back up, but whether it's going to do that or not, guys. But it's not my trade now. Even if it does play out, I'm done with it. So let's get the logbook done. 1500. There's the 100% gone. I mean, what are we on? 30th? End of the month again, man. 24. 12, 11, 10. 7. Gold. 3. What was this? This was a breakout method. Breakout buy. What was the buy on? It was on the 15. 15 broke out. Minus 1587. Stops were 130. Take pass move to break in was 22. What did we close out at there then? Pips. Change this to 50. Now what was this here? So weekly bias was bearish. So it was against that, against the daily. The H4 was against the H4 as well. I mean, this is why you do a logbook. So it was against the weekly, against the daily, against the H4. 1 hour. The 1 hour didn't even break out to the upside. The 30 did, and the 15 did. No, they didn't. 30 didn't. 15 did. 5 did. But the forward closed respecting. That's why we were looking at it. Counter trend awful range should have walked. Because it's been a tough week. Okay guys, so we're still well up for March. There you go. We're still 4.5k up. Typical, absolutely typical. This hasn't been tapped yet, has it? Now, if this 15 closes bullish, fantastic. You're still respecting this area. Okay, so you just need to respect this area to come back up. If you keep respecting this area, you broke a low now, so this is where it's going to decide whether it's going to respect or whether it's going to come back down. But I'm probably done now, guys. We should have looked at these ranges really, and I should have really walked away, but it's because we've just had tough week. We haven't traded much this week, have we? Look at the 3 as well. This could just be a bottom wick for a 3. It's the 4 I don't like. The 4 is threw us off. You could easily get a wick fill, but you could also close down here. If you look at some of these 4s, look at the wicks all the way down to stops area. Your last line of defence is down in 2327. But then you're going to be looking to add another entry, which you're going to put more risk on. And it's 10 to 11. News is coming at 1:30. So yeah, it's just not for me. I'm happy to take that loss. It's only a partial loss for us. Now remember, losses are part of it. Yeah. When I say I want a 100% win rate for 6 months in a row, yeah, I do. But I understand how trading works. Sometimes you've got to take losses. It's really hard to get that. But the difference is with a loss, it's taking partial control losses. That's what it is, control losses. And we take control losses on the stream. We've only ever had one full loss hit. Other than that, it's control losses. Market method, yeah, so 2, the trade's gone 2, can't get on, so. She's flipping. She's flipping. Yeah, mate. Good luck if you, whatever you caught on there. Yeah, there's a nice market maker, mine, isn't it? Nice double top. Yeah. It's at 15. As soon as you see that 15, because if this was going to drive, this 15 would have done it. So it was all on that 115. So even if you got a 15 below here, I probably would have looked to get out, because that would have to be the one what comes and pushes through, and it hasn't. So there's just no point. The setup's not really valid, and it's just a case of, right, okay, how can you limit your risk now? How can you limit your loss on it? Is it going to come back up? Unlikely if we're going to be driving down. Unlikely to come back to this area. And that's the thing with breakouts. That's why I prefer wingbacks. Because wingbacks, you always get a chance to get out. But with breakouts, there's times where if you get a fake out, you're not coming back to that area. So yeah. Oh well, guys, we've had a good month. Actually, it's gone too. I'm actually not on tomorrow, not because we've just took a loss. Right, I'm actually not on. I've got a relentless meeting in Manchester, so I'm meeting up with Vic and Andy tomorrow. So there's actually no train tomorrow, which is absolutely typical, because we would have had a 100% month. This is the day really we should have just walked away, right? But would have had a 100% month. And if you look in February, when we took the full loss, it was actually the second last trade of the month, what we took it on. The second last one, end of the month. So is there a sign there? Is there a sign? But we all learn from these, don't we? Oh, how are you coming down? How are you coming? Are you still in this? Yeah, I mean, if you did move your stops and didn't close out full, you should still be in it. But at the minute, you're still looking like you're going to be breaking the lows. This 5 didn't even close back up. You're probably going to be breaking these lows now. So what was this? Stops were what, 150. So this was stop 8 minus if you break these lows, you might get a little pop down. Yeah, take a nice day off, John. So, but this is what we don't do now, okay? We do not revenge trade. I won't trade for the rest of the day now, right? And do you know what? When I walk out of here with the nest, I won't think about it either. I won't think about it because technically, I'm still up for the month. We're still up for the month. That's what I've made. I've never made any of this money until I've hit the withdraw button. So when I'm up 6, 7, 8k or whatever, I'm not until I hit the withdraw button. And if I make 2k, even though I was up 8k, and I make 2k, I made 2k, so I'm happy. Okay. So we do not revenge trade at all. We walk away from the charts, or if you are going to carry on trading, then you completely forget the last loss and you do exactly the same thing. Wait for the right setup. Look at this 5 flipping back up now. Oh, come on, can you come back? Can you come back? Learn that lesson. You have, John, you have. So we just take a day off, we don't lose any sleep over it, yeah? We just come back the next day. Well, next week, basically. I'm just waiting for this to hit. It does look like it's going to get hit from the 5s, but is there going to be a bit of a twist? Is there going to be a bit of a twist? Are you going to come back? Because if you start getting closures back above, then maybe. But then we've got the hour's about to close. If you look at the hour, if the hour closes like this, what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, technically we should be coming down to, you might actually pull back to 2335 looking left. You could pull back, so you could get out there for a better, less risk. Oh, that would be nice. But if the hour closes like this, let's have a look actually. What does it mean if the hour closes like this? Hour closes down, top wick goes. We've already done this. Bearish, yeah, you're coming down. You probably could still play out. Because stops are in a pretty safe place. It's this though, it's the 4 guy. You're gonna have to wait for a forward bullish close. And then you're going through news. You're going through news. Oh, look at the 15 now. What are you doing, 15? Which is the hour close. So the 15 looks like it's respecting, but if you look at the hour, you've now got an hour close back into the range. You just need to come past this mess to come further down. So you might get a top weight, yeah. Unless this is a fake out back to the downside to do this. I'm really done now. Anyone want to see Mrs. reaction when I tell her I took a loss? I'm only joking. Yeah, only partial loss though. Oh, there you go. Okay, so you've had an hour close now. You're getting a top wick on the 1. Are you gonna? I'm nearly done though. I'm coming now. 30's broke back into the range. You have got resistance here. Yeah, this is me done, guys. Right, I have moved stops, or if you're still in, stops are below. If you break that low, you're going to be pushing back down. I'm not interested in the trade. The 4, if the 4 was bullish, I would have probably kept this on. Because you should come up, but because the 4 is bearish still, it means you can still come down to break these lows. Like, you know, we've got the risk off the table. Okay, so I'm gonna love yous and leave yous. We're still smashing the stats. We're still up 4.5k this month, so really nice, good month. And I'll see yous all on Monday then. If you haven't done so yet, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see yous all on Monday. Catch you later, guys.